Hey guys, we're back, and today I'm going to paint up this little guy right here. We're not going to get too much into it, so I painted this one up with the opaque, wicked opaque colors that we talked about the other day. If you happen to catch that video where I was talking about the wicked opaques, and then one little layer of transparency in it, and that's created the entire picture. A really easy piece. Okay, so what I painted this on is I have painted this on an aluminum panel coated in, it's a enamel coated aluminum panel. I scuffed it with a 600 grit gray Scotch-Brite pad, which is an automotive Scotch-Brite pad, painted it up. And right now it's got one little layer of clear varnish on it. It needs more before it'll get really glossy, and this is what we come up with. Important to note, keep your dirty fingers off of it. You can't go to eat the fried chicken and then come over here and start working on your panel. Should be using gloves. I don't use gloves. I use moonshine. I'll come in here and I'll add some of that red. Inside this circle. And you'll notice that I have some existing paint, and that is because I did not get it videoed when I started the first time. So that's lightly coating with it, and then I want to take at the edge of the texture stencil, which I will leave you guys links for some. Obviously, I also have videos on how to create texture stencils, so we'll come in here, use our texture stencil. We'll go a little more of that coloring in there, give us that mottled effect. I will put my mayo piece on, pull that off, and while I still got red in there. So I'm going to come off of this outer edge, and I am going to start adding red from just for that glowy effect off of here. And where I'm going to blast out, we'll add a little more in there. And the spots where I want to be flared out, I'll just, these are where my flare is going to come out. We'll make sure I hit that enough to get some coverage. So now I've got the orange pyral orange in here. And I'm going to come around that edge. So now I'll bring that orange out into where I want that flare. And just streaks. Just a couple streaks. And maybe a little bit more out here. Alright, just to mark my outer edge, I'm going to use just a little bit of yellow so I don't lose it. And then a little bit of yellow will go out into our... Okay, so now that I've got that outer edge marked, I know where to keep my circle. All that, adding that first was to make sure I could keep my circle in line and know where I was at, because it's really easy to get out of a circle when you're painting. So now I'm going to start using this yellow mixed with just a little bit of orange. We're going to start coming into the we'll also soften that edge just a little bit. For texture effect stencils, guys, I will leave you a couple links for texture effect stencils. And of course, I have a video, if you look it up, it's one of my most popular videos, but it's really old, on how to create your own texture stencils. You don't have to buy them, but I'm going to drop you a couple links. They're really handy to have. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work. Putting in some spots. Any spot that's going to be We still got other colors going here, so don't mind that color's not looking right just yet. We'll add a little bit of white. Let's brighten up those spots. Don't worry, we can adjust some of this coloring. Well, we're going to be extraordinarily vibrant. I'm going to stay inside our yellow here. Okay, now that I got the majority of my work in with opaques, I'm going to take my transparent, I'm going to use a little bit of transparent red around this outside edge, just a little bit. It'll help with that glowy atmosphere. We'll bring it, we don't want to get too far into the inside. Well, that looks a total mess right now, doesn't it? That's all right, we've got just a little bit more work to do. Remember, this is a really easy piece, painted up like 20 minutes, something like that. So anyway, let's get back into it. But we'll bring it in, and then around in here, where I think I need a little bit more red, because we got some of that white to work on now. We can come in here with our transparent. Before I get too much further in that, I want to stretch this out. So I come in here with a little bit of transparent orange, and I'm just going to tone in some of these colors with the transparent, working it the same way you would work candy, only, you know, it's not as clear as a candy, of course. But I also don't have to worry about any bleeding like I would with a candy. Okay, so now I got my opaque white back in. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull back this trigger like this, let it release while I'm tilting down. It's going to allow paint to get on the tip, and then I'm going to blast it off on the edges. I'm going to take some opaque blue, and we'll add just a little bit of little bit of something. All right, guys, I appreciate you coming by. I'm Bill Kennedy with W. Leon Artistry. I didn't obviously introduce myself earlier. If you made it this far, you are a newcomer if you didn't know my name, so why don't you go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you can get notified of new videos which are coming out and will be coming out a little bit more regularly. I've been debating that I'm going to change my channel trailer to just say regularly scheduled content at random dates and times, because I'm pretty random about my timing. I know it, guys. I'll do better. Anyway, guys, if you got something out of the video, leave me a like, thumbs up, all that good stuff. If you don't like the video, throw me the thumbs down. I really don't care. It doesn't bother me a bit. And yeah, we appreciate you guys coming by here. Comments down below. Ask any question you want. And you know, leave me a nice compliment if you like to do that. Anyway, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one.